Hey, I'm curious. You're under your third head coach in 3 years. What kind of adjustment has it been for you, not just as a football player, but personally, and then having to learn all of this again for another year?
Honestly, it's just kind of adapting. You got to learn to do with it. That's just life, and you just got to adapt. And Coach Lewis has been great with us this year. Nothing bad about Coach Abe last year. It's just a learning experience every year, and you just got to move on.
You know, I doubt there are very many players like yourself that have gone through that. Is it difficult, though, to think when you go into the offseason, and then you come back with another new coach, and then you come back with another new coach, and just try to keep up everything you need to do as a football player?
Honestly, you just got to keep your spirits up. I mean, you get down on that, you could think about that. You're not getting anywhere the next season. You just got to pick up your spirits and keep going and adjust with what the coach is doing and keep moving on with life.
The verbiage, the language, the plays, all that stuff a little bit different. How have you guys adjusted to everything that's happened so far?
You just got to study. There's nothing more to do that. You just got to study. You got to know what you're doing. You got to communicate with your line and make sure that everybody knows what they're doing. Everyone's on the same page.
And you're the center. You've been a starting center now for 3 years, and you got to help those guys along in that offensive line sometimes too, because you got some new faces up there.
Oh yeah, definitely. I've been trying to learn every single position, so if anybody has questions, I can always answer it. And everyone's got to step up. Everyone has to know what they're doing. But if anybody needs it, I'm always there for them.
How have you guys adjusted just from the standpoint of putting last year behind you?
You just got to look past it. I mean, 0-10 season, there's nothing good about that, nothing good you can say about that. You just got to move on, look into the future, be excited for games, and not let your hopes get down.
As a center, too, Alec, I'm sure, talks to you a lot. You talk to him about how to run this offense and such. How's that adjustment gone this year?
Honestly, it's gone smooth as you can ask for. Alec's a great quarterback and just good communication throughout, and we'll see how this year goes.
What is this offense going to be about this year?
Honestly, you got to. We're offensive hitters this year. We're going to strike. We're going to pound you in the mouth, drive it down your throat every play. It's just hard-nosed football, honestly.
I do like the spirit. I told you this a little bit ago of what this team looks like. I've been to a couple of practices. Sometimes you see me here, sometimes you don't. And it seems like you guys are very cohesive and working hard.
Oh, yeah, definitely. You got to learn to work with your team, persevere through everything that is bad. You got to work. You got to learn everybody. You got to keep your spirits high, because if you do that, you get down on yourself, you're not going to improve anything.
Well, the one thing about it is I think I like your attitude as well as the others that, hey, listen, there's some things we can't control. Let's move on.
Yeah, definitely. You can't look in the past, and you got to look forward to the future. You got to look forward to games. You got to look forward to practice, getting better every day, and there's nothing more you can do except give your 100%.
Friday night you open up, and I know you're anxious to get out there and hit somebody else. I know you had the scrimmage and such, but, it's a scrimmage. Talk about Friday. What do you guys expect?
Nothing compares to a game, honestly, getting out there and hitting people. And we're excited for Connersville. We're ready for Connersville. We practiced since second to last week of the summer. We're honestly ready for it, and I'm excited. I think everyone else is excited and just ready to get out there and hit.
I don't like to use that word revenge and such because it is a new year. But they got you last year after you jumped out 16-0, and then they come back and beat you, I think, for the first time maybe in the history of Richmond football. Does that add a little bit more incentive to go down there and try to avenge what happened last year?
Oh, yeah, it definitely adds some fight to us. It adds some motivation behind it, honestly. And we just got to get out there. We got to play our game. You can't get ahead of ourselves. We can't get too excited about it. We just got to go out there and play. But it definitely puts an edge on it for us.